Wow. Wow.
Hello. I don't have everything open correctly. Ah! No, not you. You. Yes, there we go. Hello, 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 Aaron, 4D, Aaron again, Meyer, and Ollie, and Farming Boy as well. Let's get some seed down on Sandy Bay. Now we get to see what the 32. Ooh, the 32 angle. Yeah, that's way better. Holy cow. 32 angle MTA, much better. Hey, Muscower. How long it'll take for me to crash the game? Hopefully I won't. Hopefully I won't crash the game today. You guessing 50 minutes? Distinctly possible, I guess. But the plan for today is a lot of seeding, basically. We got our 12-meter seeders out, so it shouldn't be it's not a game, it's a vehicle. I mean, you said the game specifically, so I mean that's a bit unfair. It's a bit unfair to move the goalposts like that. Because, I mean, if I'm crashing vehicles, that always happens. Crashing the game is a bit more rare. A bit more unusual. The stream is still not... Well, I say the stream. My screens are not laid out the way that I like them still. So I need to do a tweakings in a second once we get into this straight line. Straightish line. There we go. Just need to move some stuff so I can get a bit more information. There we go. You made the case film really heavy at the back, light at the front, so it's a Wheelmobile. I mean, that's a bit silly, but okay. Why did you do that, Aaron? Also, how did you do that? You shouldn't be able to make bits of tractors really heavy. I need to just send a message on Discord, because I think somebody missed a whole conversation. Did you miss the entire conversation about cheese? There we go. Out of complete boredom, fair enough. Ever heard of modest gaming? No. Had to skip a couple of words that I typed there, because messing with files... Yeah, you shouldn't mess with files. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Yeah, don't mess with files if you don't know what you're doing. That's kind of a top tip. Skipping words due to legal reasons, pretty much. Yanis can see what I just typed, because in the admin room in Discord. the cheese conversation has come out again. Sandy Bay out for console. Honestly, this version of Sandy Bay isn't even out for PC yet, Dylan. Oxy's hoping to upload it to Giants soon, TM. Don't know when exactly. He was saying Tuesday initially, but he seems to have extended the timeline a bit, possibly for extra tweaks. I saw that earlier on, Aaron, don't worry. Hello, Ernie. I would presume that this version is going to be the base for Sandy Bay console, because there are some tweaks to map features that can go to console. Does this version have onion and carrots? Not that I'm aware of, Leonard. Did Oxy add onions and carrots? No, Oxy did not add onions and carrots. This is the official update version, though. This is what you, for the most part, will be coming out. Sorry, I was came after console yesterday, Ollie. Something about adding them? Oh! I mean, if you're adding even more crops, then fine, but they're not in this version of the map. Straw Harvest not Sandy Bay. Yeah, Straw Harvest came out yesterday for console. There was a big song and dance about it. Clover, seagrass, carrots, onions. I'm not too gone on him, and this is just kind of a personal thing. I'm not too gone on him adding root crops that there's no harvesters for as such. because it'll always look a bit sketch when you're doing them. But it's always nice to have extra crops. Like seagrass is really cool. Clover as well. Onions... How are onions even harvested in real life? How are onions dealt? How do deal onion? Hey, Spudman. Chance to add them crops, not others. I'm with you, the giants need to add extra crops. I don't know if those crops specifically should be added. Carrots, I think yes. I think more root crops. An onion harvester. So there is a specific harvester for onions. Again, I'd prefer to see crops coming in that the machine's already in. Like, I'd love to see more stuff that you can use Combine on. Will there be a Twitch stream tonight? I don't know. I don't exactly plan them. Think it's like a spot harvester for onions? Because I know carrot harvesters are completely different to potato harvesters. Like, carrot harvesters are a bit weird in how they look. Also, I am trying to be a bit quiet because my sleep... I just remembered my sister is asleep and she's working tonight. So I'm going to be a bit quieter for the next couple of days. And over the weekend, because my sister is an essential worker. She is working in... basically on the front line in a care home. The extra crops are for the extended animal food mod that Alien Paul's doing. Well, if they're for the extended animal food mod, then they'll definitely go in. I just hope people create harvesters specifically for them. Looks like carrot harvesters look like potato harvesters, kind of, but they work completely differently. That's... looks a bit like a big one. You can get a attachment from leg cage of a truck with PTO, which can link to trailer to the back. Okay. Hey Ben, what did Oxy announce? What's here near the back wall and the big shed at Sandy Bay Farm? Which one's Sandy Bay Farm? Oh, I've turned off all of the filters because I was trying to do stuff yesterday. Sandy Bay Farm is... I'm presuming it's the bottom one? So... That MTA, suppose map for you. Yeah. Is this the new update that's coming out? It's most of it. Apparently Oxy's adding even more crops in. Someone I'm at... So, the big shed is... Which one? I'm presuming you don't mean this shed, because this shed had a bug. This shed had a hole in it over here. Nice and tidy? Vaguely. What am I seeding? I'm seeding oats. It has 2 doors. See, the problem is sometimes... Wait, do you mean this shed here? Is it this shed that you're talking about? Is that the only one? Or do you mean this one? Because what the problem likely is the tip calls have to be a certain size for them to even work in the first place. It's not as big. He broke that really badly. He had actually improved it yesterday. That was the improved version of that shed. It was way worse. Yeah, I would imagine that the problem with that shed is the tip calls have to be a certain size, and because they have to be a certain size, it derps out by the wall, unfortunately. When's it coming to console? You know as much as I do, Ben. By which I mean, I have no idea. Hey, Kirk. Yeah, Sim's shed thing was actually far worse. He sent me a video on Facebook of him driving into into one of the sheds in a tractor as it kind of evaporated around him because he'd broken it. You don't know anything? You're done? Well, I don't know anything about Sandy Bay come to console yet. It'll be out when it's out. It is coming to console, I just don't know when. Nobody does. Oxy doesn't even know when. Giants don't know when. Nobody knows when. So we're all dumb on that front. Let's see what Sim did to the FO... Oh god, did he do the FO feed trick where he makes it like 300 and something and just completely wonks it out? How's my day been so far? It's been okay. Found out the family friend that actually died on Saturday. Will Big Bud fit on here? I don't have Big Bud. What's the next best thing to a Big Bud? Let's do a Big Bud check, even though I don't have one, with the next best thing. So, will a Big Bud fit on Sandy Bay? What is FOV? Field of view. Try figuring it. She was very old and apparently it was quite peaceful. I would say a Big Bud will fit, but you don't want to have traffic turned on. Also, you'll probably want to be a bit careful around the roadworks. Let's see if you can get past the roadworks in my Big Bud here, which I know is a Challenger MT900E with triples, but it's the next best thing. So you can get past the traffic quite... you can get past that van quite easily. That car, however, is a bit more of a problem. Also, you can see this shop is now unbroken because none of the stickers that Oxy put on it worked because they broke. This is a fake Big Bud. I drive a bit like you. I mean, I just kind of do my own thing. It's fine. You can kind of get past the roadworks. It's not necessarily the most legit way to get past. And then you can do a little stunt, you know. I didn't know you could move that moped. Yeah, you gotta be a bit careful with this truck here. It causes some problems because it's so close to the the light post. But you can totally fit a Big Bud with triples around here, most likely. Now let's get rid of the Challenger before I do something even more dumb. Where is this tractor? If you're just joining, if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm a bit less than completely serious, if you didn't guess from the Big Bud check. You normally use the Big Bud with a 3-meter Amazon. That's a good combination of equipment. I mean, the smaller you go, the more that you're making sure there's no compaction. Or lots of it. I can't remember which way around it goes. But yeah, I'm a bit less than serious playing Farm Sim. Because I enjoy it as a game, not as a simulator. So I have a bit of fun and derp about. The tractor has a smaller bit. Oh, GG, Ben. That would totally work. I always find it hilarious how tiny the horns on these things are. Just beep, 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 beep. Am I streaming on Twitch? No. I'm not allowed. If I'm streaming to YouTube, I'm not allowed to stream to Twitch. Or if I'm streaming to Twitch, I'm not allowed to stream to YouTube. One of the two. Because I have affiliate now on Twitch, and basically the rules for that are, if you're streaming to Twitch, you have to stream to Twitch, but you can stream to YouTube separately. Do the tractors sink in the water? Yes. Hey, SRF. I'm not going to test that. I'm not going to drown tractors intentionally, Ben. Nice try, though. There we go. So yeah, I've got quite large equipment for Sandy Bay. I know a lot of people are going with smaller stuff and trying to use the smaller fields on the map. I've gone slightly differently and bought the biggest one. I could probably get away with bigger equipment still. You see the one? Yes, absolutely, Aaron. I could probably get away with, you know, bigger equipment still, but I feel like 12 meters is kind of the most I'm happy to use on a UK map. Just because otherwise it starts getting silly. Like, as unserious as I take farm sim at times, there is a limit to how silly I'll go. That said, the original plan for this map was for me to use the Burgo DLC for the Cedar, but then I realised, no, they're either way too big or the 8 meter is actually kind of a bit small. Even 9 meter Cedar on Meadowgrove for seeding, I think that works. Everybody's welcome to use whatever they want. I mean, if you want to use the Burgo DLC with the giant air seeders, feel free. But that's not for me. I like using vaguely realistic sized equipment. What's Meadowgrove? It's another map by Nathan, is it 6930? Pretty good map. Using the treadle lift for the play, you can use small seeders for that or a 3-point attachment. What? Oh, for the plough for the big bud. Good grief. It's a very good map indeed. I think Nathan's still working on the update, kind of. Big Bud probably wouldn't fit on Meadowgrove. Most tractors don't fit on Meadowgrove. Rebuilt the... Yeah, Nathan doesn't really do updates as such. He does... I've completely revamped the map because I got bored. Also, sorry it took a year and a half. Which can be very frustrating if you're trying to port it into an existing save. It's like, oh, this yard is now a field, and this field is now a yard. Why do I now have oats growing in my yard, and tractors just dotted around this field? What do I think about using Big Bud and Shamrock Valley? I mean, I've done it to prove that you can, like, because people were saying that the pig yard on Shamrock Valley was very small, so I drove a Big Bud around it for fun. I think I put triples on too. Just to prove that, no, it's just people have opinions and yeah. People have opinions and sometimes those opinions are formed by how things look rather than facts. So I proved them wrong because I was kind of curious myself. So was Oxy. Back in 17 when I did that. Because I don't think anybody really thought, oh, a Big Bud with triples, that's a perfect tractor for a small Irish farm. But no, Big Bud will fit around the pig yard of Shamrock Valley with triples. Again, you'll want the traffic off because the roads are a bit tight for a Big Bud. You definitely don't use Alexion in Shamrock Valley because people get very salty for some reason. Even though the most common harvester I see is a class Lexion. Wish you could test for Oxy. Honestly, testing maps is kind of boring, Ben. Like, I'm not really testing this map at the moment. I'm kind of looking out for something, for anything that looks wrong, and then I'll test it. But, testing is very boring. It's not playing the map at all. It's going out of your way to try and break it. Hey, Bradley. I just crashed into a car. Now I'm going to the moon. Ah, I love farm sim traffic. Oh, I'm sorry, you've hit a car? To the moon with you! You like breaking things? You would not... Trust me, you don't... Map testing is not an enjoyable experience. I enjoy Oxy's maps, just like everybody else. But, testing them to destruction is not fun. What am I planting? Oats. Why do people get... Oh, because the overlay conveniently covers up the oat. I was wondering why people get... How can you lift front and back more cigar? Is it Control V? On PC? I don't know if there's actually a control for that on controller. Like, if there is, I don't know it. Left pit of the cow farm empties on the update. Is it Alt V? You have it mapped to button 23 on the side panel, yeah. Hope the left pit at the cow farm empties. That was one of the various fixes he listed specifically. Lancashire, so it should empty now. I haven't been able to test. I haven't been able to test that. I might do that in a test save later. But that was one of the specific fixes he listed in the map, so that should work. Also, I don't know if you guys will have an answer for me on this one. Is this Oxy's first map with multi-fruit? Has Oxy ever brought out a map that has multi-fruits before? Or additional crop types, whichever way you want to put it. Oakfield 17, what did that add? Max. What did he add in Oakfield 17? Because myself and Mandy were talking about this the other night, and I couldn't think of one that he'd done before. Oakfield and FS17. Oh, rice spout in the middle. Okay. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, sweet, cool. I think Aaron got a phone glitch. Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm happy to be wrong there. Also, props to you guys for having actual memories. Because, I mean, myself and Landy play pretty much exclusively Oxy maps. Neither of us could remember Oakfield 17. So, yeah, well done on that one. Actually, I'm not kind of impressed. I'm very impressed that you guys could all remember that, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? That was definitely a map. Like, even when you told me, couldn't remember. Hey, Somerset, how's it going, dude? You have like 115 hours on doing only the extra fruits. I mean, that works, I guess, Max. It's totally a thing, for sure. I'm doing good, Somerset. Bit tired because I actually woke up at a fairly reasonable time today. Hey, Kill. Unlike yesterday where I woke up late, was told dinner would be soon, it wasn't soon, and then there was no power, and just everything went wrong. And then just before I was about to stream, I was handed apple tart and custard, and I was like, that's kind of nice, but and delicious, but I was kind of wanting to stream, like, now, but I'll have this first. Did you ever go back to my own map? No. That died off because I wasn't going to convert it again. It had already been converted once. I wasn't going to convert it a second time. I wasn't happy with how it was looking and how it was being made. Even though it was my work, I just wasn't happy with it. And now I can't justify the time that a map takes. I've got too many other projects on the go now. And by too many, I mean like one or two, but they're very time-consuming projects. You'd love to make a map? Well, if you got a PC, you can. Anybody can make a map. It's just a case of learning where compromises need to be made, for the most part, and then just having the time to do it. Because it is very, very easy to make a bad map quickly. It's very, very difficult to make a good map and have the discipline to take your time about it. And a lot of the maps on the mod hub are under the second category. Honestly, they're people who put a lot of time into maps, and you can kind of see that they have. There are some that I would rank as being quickly made and not as good as they could be. That's why I complain with some maps that it could have done with more time. Some mods as well, like I can kind of see when, to a certain extent, when mods have been rushed a bit, and sometimes the best thing you can do is take your time and not push yourself to get it out quickly. What was my map going to be called? Donetsk. I got it about a third done. I want to say about a third of the way there. But various time commitments and the fact that I wasn't happy and would basically need to redo about half the map meant that it was never going to be finished. Not in the time that I had available in FS 17. So I called a halt to that. And honestly, FS19, I don't know the first thing about mapping for FS19. Well, I know the first thing about mapping. I don't know how you would go about doing a lot of the stuff for maps in FS19. Because you gotta do so much differently now than you used to be able to, that I am not sure if there would be a way that I could do a map. Not the way that I'd like to, anyway. You start converting naves. Well, do you have... I hope that's for your own use, Somerset. Or if it's not, that you have permission from Tom X55. Because it is very rude to convert for public use without permission and against Giant's terms of service. And technically against the law. Because there's copyright protection on maps. Unless comically, you make a real place. Your friend Tom's and you work with him. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure and looking out for modders. Somerset, you know, there are so many people out there who just go about converting stuff badly, willy-nilly, and without permission. That it's kind of frustrating to see some of the excuses they have. But it was released before, why can't I convert it? Because you're not the guy who made the map. Comically, anybody could make Coldborough Farm. Because Coldborough Farm is a real place. If you wanted to start working on a map tomorrow, and you couldn't come up with an idea, well, Coldborough's there. It's a real place. You'd have to use your own models, you wouldn't be really able to use Bullet Bill's models. But he's asked you to do it for him, it's not being released. Fair enough. If you're doing it for your own use, you never need permission, because it's only when it's public release that you need permission. If it's for personal use, it's the same as just burning a CD back in the early 2000s. You wouldn't have the time to make a map, you do enjoy editing them. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the added bonuses, like, for personal use, edits are very, very useful. So, for example, I will be editing Sandy Bay once the public version is out to tweak a few things that I'm not overly happy with. That just don't suit my personal taste. Namely, the collisions on the telephone poles. Have ever played on No Man's Land? No. It's not a map that appeals to me at all. I don't like the look of it. I get what he was going for with it, for sure. But, it's not something that I like at all. So I'm very unlikely to ever play No Man's Land. It's not too bad. See, it's just not for me. Honestly, that's beginning and end of it with No Man's Land. It's just not for me. Forestry maps in general, and No Man's Land very much looks like a forestry heavy map. It's not, nah, no thanks. I'll give it a miss thanks. What do I look for in a map? Ideally, interesting terrain, interesting field shapes and sizes, a nice variance of field shapes and sizes, as few square fields as possible, and then some intangible stuff with, like, just, you know, there is some stuff that I just kind of feel. There's not specific things that I'm looking for. It's just like, does the map give me ideas immediately? Does it have something that I can work with in terms of a feel for equipment? You know, just by looking at the PDA map, do I have an idea of the style of equipment I want to use on the map, or looking at some pictures of it? Do I get an idea of the style of equipment I want, or the style of farming that I want to do, or something or other needs to just immediately jump at me and say, this is what you want to do on this map. So it's kind of... I know that I tend to be very Oxy heavy on the channel. It's because Oxy maps are kind of just a nice canvas to work with for YouTube. Engine's also bringing in features to the map for console. You can easily get those mods on PC. Yeah, like, I've got nothing against Alien Jim. I think it's great what he's doing for console. His maps aren't for me, though. They just don't have that interest level for me at all. They kind of miss a lot of the intangible things. They don't speak to me at all. So that's why you won't see me playing an Alien Jim map. Is just his style does not suit my playstyle for the most part. Which again is an intangible thing. It's very difficult to say, oh, this is correct, or oh, this is wrong. It's just like, does this suit my playstyle based entirely on what I see in the mod? No. Because it's Colonial 1990 is one of those maps that just looked beautiful. I thought, oh, this looks really pretty and I can use the old Polish stuff on it. Yes! Then I started playing and I'm like, oh my god, this is one of the best maps on the mod hub. It's so good. I'm so glad that Sims started playing it as a series as well. More people need to watch that. Watch Simulate series on Colonial 1990, guys, please. Hey, Jack. Don't, not right now, because I'm streaming now. But watch the stream, then go watch Sims videos on Colonial 1990. Because it's an underrated map. See you, Spudman? It is very much an underrated map by a lot of people. Because they just see Polish map. Didn't Sim break a centimeter? Slightly, yes. He borked a script that he tried to put in, and then he borked it so much that when he tried to take it back out, it broke. And somehow made it worse. Can't think of a bad Polish. I can think of one or two. And that was more a case of the fields are just too blooming huge, or it made the server crash. More than the map just being bad. Sim tried code. He tried faffing with something in it. Name used to be Farmer 05. I have the memory of a goldfish with amnesia. So I'm very sorry, but I don't remember you. Any news on Perfect Valley? Again, I know as much as you do there, Paul. It was on the Giant Cess list a few weeks ago. It fell off, presumably because it hasn't come out. It failed. I don't know what it failed on. I know that Tom is a very busy person, so it... Ooh. Default, thank you for subscribing. I'm using a John Deere. John Deere! Yes, he tried putting that in, but it didn't go very well. As you could see during a stream yesterday, Bradley, he kind of fixed it a bit. He thinks he knows what the problem is, but he just didn't have time to fix it before the stream yesterday. Presumably, he's gonna try. Make a sound for the sub. There you go. A sound for the sub. Also, I don't know how to edit those alerts. So Default, thank you for subscribing. Hope you enjoy. And I hope I eventually figure out how to change the stream elements alerts. Hey, Robert man. Keeping well? Ah, pretty much, yeah. Just kind of doing my usual thing and streaming a bit more. Staying a bit later to work on Science Channel stuff. Yeah, like and subscribe and all that YouTubey nonsense. Maybe send me money with super chats or donation or tips or whatever. I don't know. Money is appreciated always. Have I got the update? Yes. This is version 1.1 of Sandy Bay. Although apparently the update will actually be version 1.2 because Oxy said he's adding even more crops in. Cruise control is great for having a drink of water. I don't know that I wasn't actually doing anything on cruise control there, but hey, I needed a drink of water. Or maybe it's vodka. No, it's water. Hang on, this still has a course loaded from when it was on the Cultiploud. No, unload the course. bold courseplay. Oxy's adding more fruits. Yeah, he's apparently adding carrots, onions, seedgrass, and clover for an expanded animal feeding. Hello, Simulate.
Wow.
Do I know hen he's sending it off? I don't know hen he's sending it off. Hello, Simulate. Have you fixed the thing yet? Also, have you broken it more? What in the name of font is that? Is what? I understand not what you are asking, Simulate. Something about compatibility with Chrome Beta for Clover stuff. Yes. That's in this version that I have. The extra fruits, I don't know. The Maize Plus stuff is in this version. Which, if you remember, I said something about compatibility with a mod that isn't out yet, or I didn't really know anything about. Yeah, it was Maize stuff. Maize Plus. Which I still know very little about. On screen chat, it's one of the Google fonts that I thought looked cool. I can change it later on tonight, probably. Yeah, try to... Oh my god. Simulate master coder. Tractor. What you know is created floaty man follow me. Honestly, it's great that it works with the vehicle, but not the farmer model in the vehicle, because it just kind of makes the farmer hover. Maize Plus is the name of the thing. I don't know what it is or what it does, Bradley. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Why am I so tired today? I'm, like, really tired today, but I woke up at a vaguely sane hour. For some reason, Giants made the disc brakes the first thing to pop into the LOTs. It's just floating men and some brakes. Oh dear. Maize Plus is magic and separates sides into 3 different types: grass, corn, and kicking. Cook it? Not really. It's not particularly... Like, the fact that I vape is because I used to smoke, and that's not cool. You shouldn't vape. This is bad for you. Naughty bold. Less bold than smoking, so it's an alternative for people trying to quit, but it's not something you should be just taking up for memes. God, the lower animation on this is so slow. Oh, this is the Moscow remix.
Wow.
Max, your friend is stupid. I presume so, Bradley. Unless that's what the game update was for. Because remember, Giants said that Star Harvest needed a game update. Multi-triangle seems jerky at times. It's particularly jerky when you do this. Torque Tractor is not good with 32 angle MTA. Because it does a little bit of a wonk. You told them the stupid good. I mean, the 32 angle MTA is definitely a lot smoother than 16 angle. The downside is because there's 32 angles, it sometimes just decides a random one is the correct one. Whether or not it's correct. And the fact that the textures don't line up perfectly is actually why Giants won't put MTA into the game by default. The counterpoint would be, well, why not just have a texture that doesn't wonk out? But that's seemingly more difficult than a lot of people think, including me. Like, that looks somewhat legit, that turn, but then you see just before it and it wonks out everywhere. Like, hello, Stefan. Unfortunately, you can't see where the MTA changes angles, which kind of sucks. But that's just the way MTA has always worked. You would need hundreds, if not thousands, of angles for it to look 100% legit. And that would probably cause issues with the game engine. I don't know if anybody's ever tried like 256 angle MTA, but I would imagine that causes issues. I'd like to see people try though. Welcome back, Aaron. Your internet ate a cartus. That's an interesting statement. Cactus. You need 360. Now, 1024 angles. Angles so small you can't even see them. Also, I think it needs to be a multiple of 8. Or 16. One of the two. No, it has to be a 2 to the n. A 2 to the nth power. So 360 isn't a 2 to the nth power. 512 would be the... I mean, you'd be between 256 and 512. Which... Do you want not enough angles or way too many? Words and numbers. Yes, indeed. Basically simulate, to make it into English is, you would need a number that is a multi-root of 2. Or about like 2 multiplied by itself a number of times. So the same numbers that PCs use, like 256, 512, 1024, 2048. If you play a game of 2048, you'll get the idea very quickly. For numbers and words, it's just personal preference. GG, Alec. too brainy to be playing a farm game for a living. I'm not even making a living off this. I'm making anywhere near enough to call it a living. I'm probably brainy enough that I could make a good mod if I actually could be bothered. Alex, I'm glad to hear your grandma's back door is working, but I'm not sure that we needed to hear that. Yes, I am Spakia. Distancing, my grandma kept inside. Hey, James. I think Alex just realised what he said. Because out of context is the best context, Alex. Also, you can thank Cart for that. First time you ever got an ad. Oh, you got a pre-roll? Good grief. YouTube playing it strong with the pre-rolls today. No, Ollie, he got timed out by Cart. My twisted mind, you do not want to see what goes on in the admin room, Fred, trust me. SG gets angry whenever I mention cheese. Why did he just delete all his messages? He didn't. Cart did, because he timed him out. And when you time somebody out, it deletes all their messages for some reason. Jeez. No one won. Yeah, I'm with you there, Max. The admin room is... Yeah, I'd argue it's the downside of being a mod now, because it tends to go a bit mental. What have you missed? The entirety of a Tuesday. Otherwise, not much. Just been derping about, getting this one field. Alex is rolling out his spare accounts now. Just been derping about getting this one field seeded. Also, this is the way out of the field, this way. Otherwise, I need to do a really long drive around. The creator of Man Milk also. What am I doing after the seeding? More seeding. Oh dear, admin wars have begun again. Ooh, an ad. Thank you, Alex. You poor eyes, what have you walked into? Did I... what? Oh, the mug for Pedro. He said it was too small, Alex, I'm afraid. Also, Simulate, if you want to know what we're talking about, have a look in my admin room. There's a mug that is perfect for Pedro. It has the word UNT on it. U-N-T. And some convenient placing of that word. But Pedro said it's too small for him. I'm not even sure what Fred's on about, to be honest. Let's get this full of seedings. Does the handle count towards that? What is my FPS? 30. 40. 50. It depends on what direction I'm looking. Guess what? What decided to restored? What? Alex has 2 spare accounts because the admins occasionally decide he's boring and time him out. Yeah, my FPS is a bit everywhere, but kind of anywhere between 30 and 60. Hey pal, how's it going today, dude? How is your Wednesday? Your internet... your internet is back. Very nice, Hayden. It'll break again soon. I'm doing good, pal. Thank you very much for asking. Oh, that was parked in this field. Wait, how many spare accounts do you have, Alex? Justice for me. Yes, Derpy. How is it Derpy Sid? How is the horse sprayer Derpy? Hopper F has been blocked by an object in the middle of... I mean, the trick there is to not hire workers to do everything for you. Or fire Helper F. It got blocked by an ant. Hey, Maddie. Soon complaining about mods being weird, and then my stream just being like, "No, you're wrong. It's totally your fault." Here are 17 reasons why. If you're using enhanced vehicle, I don't use enhanced vehicle because I don't like it. So I don't have that issue. I have an issue where it twerks and does a wobbly, but I don't have issues with it throwing hissy fits in the middle of fields. It's not broken, it's a twerking machine. It is derpy though. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not derpy. Aussie breaking out? I mean, he's broken a lot, Matty. Including follow me, because he had a farmer just hovering behind him while I'm following earlier. Depends if you consider floating men broken or genius. Also, turning off plowing and forced plowing and lime and stuff is all well and good, but I kind of find that the game's a bit more fun with them turned on, because especially with seasons, it gives you more to do. You know, it's added stuff what you can be of the doings. Not enough Y's in that, Matt. You need at least 6 Y's in the sorry. You timed out yet? Nope. Not on that account, anyway. Do do do. It gave me content. That's kind of it, yeah. I got in the fun this time, at least. Also, for anybody watching who doesn't know, the running joke here is Alex is actually a Discord mod. Alexander Lewis is a Discord mod, and the rest of them who are... The few of them that are also YouTube mods find it fun to time him out at random. Because he gets very angry in the admin room in Discord. So, we're not just picking on somebody for the sake of it. There is at least a reason. We're also helping me make money by forcing him to watch extra ads as he logs into new accounts. Okay, can we stop timing Alex out now, guys? We've had our fun. He can watch the rest of the stream without needing a new account. Again. His first one should be free now. That should be 5 minutes. How's he getting timed out? The YouTube mods are having a bit of fun. But we'll call an end to it. Hang on, let me do something real quick. There we go. I did a thing, Alex. The initiation is complete. That's what you get for being a good sport when the rest of the Discord mods attack you. Aaron, justice has been served. Now Ollie wants to be attacked just because he wants. I'm not modding you, Ollie. Alex was on the road to that to begin with. Don't time people out just because they ask. I can't undo that. Ollie, you're now timed out for 5 minutes because you asked. Hey, well. I'm pretty good. How are you? Can I ask that the mods don't randomly time people out, please? I know that you like using your fun talk. Yes, but he asked because he wanted to be a moderator. Which, that's not how it works. Yeah, he asked for it, but for the wrong reasons. I mean, I guess technically yes. Because he did say, attack me please, I want to be blue. There's no fun giving it to them. I think the mods have discovered they can initiate other mods now. Oh dear. Can I ask to not the mods don't go on random timeout sprees, by the way? You must be. Oh god, yeah. When I gave you the channel manager thing and that you like sign in as me, effectively. Actually, Farm Boy, he was on the road to being made blue anyway. Yeah, good concept, really, really bad implementation by YouTube there. Like, atrocious implementation. Actually, let me do something real quick. Let's play an ad. Ad inserted. Hey, forgot to reopen OBS. I was using high-tech braking methods there. Breaking Dave's beard. The person behind that account hasn't been around in a while, Hayden. I know who is behind that account. And they've been pretty busy. You watched more ads than... You actually got ads? Holy cow. Maybe I should press the ad button more. Also, I really wish YouTube would open up their API to actually allow for an ad button on like stream decks and whatnot. Like legit feedback, because it's awkward having to interrupt the stream to hit the ad button, which is why I rarely do it. Also, there's so many people using adblock because of all of the League of Legends ads. Think once banned Sim. Sim, did you ever have a simulate alt? Because I remember when you started off, I was very confused between you and you, as you were on your other account. You were coming in as both Simulate and Illuminate, and I wasn't entirely sure if you were the same person or two different people with oddly similar names. Why have I drilled this field? Yes? To be honest, if I had the money, I'd buy premium just because go away League of Legends, nobody cares about you. Sim, did you ever have an alt that was Simulate for testing something? I can't remember if you did. Like, I know I've got a lot of alt accounts for trolling. Gonna check my PMs on Discord later? Yeah, sure. I always tend to check them anyway. There's Sim's other account. Sim timed Luminate out. GG. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you do have a simulate alt. Legit forgot about that. Who's Luminate? Luminate is simulate. Luminate is Sim's other channel. That is less than PG. Well, it's his old channel, and it's, I think he's planning on doing it. I don't know if he still is. He was at one point using it as his non-PG channel. Did 1.1 get sent to Giants yet? Not as far as I'm aware, NI. Last I heard, Oxy was going to give another couple of days, and he'd added some extra stuff in. But I don't know what the story is with him sending it to Giants. It'll go there eventually. Oh yeah, I forgot I missed that bit up there. Whoops. Probably. I could... See, the problem is there are a bunch of fake simulate accounts. I don't know which one is your alt. So I can't actually unban the alt. That was back in the time where you could actually... where everybody was just making fake Daggerman accounts. Yeah, I know that's him. But yeah, even if I wanted to, I couldn't unban it because... so many fake simulates from back in the day, when everybody was pretending to be somebody else. And failing miserably because, as far as I can remember, I got you and Daggerman both moderator. Just because of all the spam fake accounts. I'm glad that ended. I'm glad that trend ended. Because I felt really bad. You know, like 8 different Daggermans. I've not had Daggermans in my stream for ages. As if I'd known and was actually a power, I would have banned them all. Because I think you've done the same thing as me and the real one's moderated. Jambo's gonna do Rallycross. Oh god. That's gonna end badly. I know that he's doing some Wreckfest tonight at 7 o'clock, so I'm probably getting the stream just before then, so that I can watch Jambo do some crishy crashies in the Wreckfests. And the only reason I know is because Aidan Millward's also taking part in the Wreckfest race, and he has the stream scheduled, specifically calling out Jimble. Jimble Bemblebund. I felt sorry for him in the Race for the World thing. Legal punting. I kind of hope he calls in the lads TM and they try and do teamwork like they did last time, because that was absolutely beautiful. Just all of them accidentally punting each other. And then Bailey getting bored and winning races. That said, we all know what colour Jimble's car will be. Do I have a stream schedule? Usually, yes. However, with everything going on at the moment, I'm just kind of streaming when I feel like it to a certain point. To a certain extent, it's when I feel like it. Nate being the trader. Nate's really fun to watch, by the way. I was watching him play Gran Turismo 4 last night on Twitch. His hair's turned out. I don't know. I've had worse. I've had worse attempts at dyeing my hair. Because I once accidentally dyed it carrot orange. Jimbo, at least, only went ginger. As the Hello-mobile is complete. Also, I appreciated the Papyrus edition and the Pepsi sponsorship on the side. He's now Shed Sheeran. Right, have I actually finished that field? No, yes. Field 1 will be next, and Field 1 is going to be getting... canola. How do you dye your hair color orange by accident? I was trying to dye it red, and to dye dark hair red, you need to bleach it first. I guessed what shade of red dye I needed wrong. Basically. I went a couple of shades too light, and it ended up orange. What's going on here with this? That doesn't seem right at all. I mean, I can fix it, but that doesn't seem right at all. Smooth. 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 Has that broken the road? Yes, it has. That's why it was looking wonky. Because that needed to be wonky for the road to look correct. Can I fix this by... lowering bits of the terrain here? Why is it doing this? Why am I now having to chase a... smooth? Smooth? Smooth. Smooth. Down. Smooth. Smooth. See, this is the downside with the way terrain works in Farm Sim, is this happens. Got an air bubble. It seems like it, doesn't it? Hang on, I think I've locked it to... What is going on with this? Yeah. There we go. I've collapsed the air bubble. And now I need to go to painting mode. And select grass. And look, I can fix all of this. See, look. It's as good, it's as if I was never even breaking the map. Whoa, where am I? See, look. As good as new. Very little evidence of me faffing at all. Except like right here where there's a massive patch missing. I would bring that to Oxy's attention, but it's kind of intentional and I screwed with it. Also now I can do some... There we go. Anywhere else that I feel needs a bit more Grassingtons? Right here, but it could do with a smooth. This is a terrible idea and I'm gonna break something else. I didn't break anything, we're good. Grass, grass, grass. Also, right here could do with a smooth. And grass. See? It's as if I was never even... How am I still stuck? The tractor got slightly stuck on some air there, it's fine. Use the gates provided. I mean... That would be an idea, but that's not how I work. Dave broke everything. Indeed, Hayden. Thank you for the €1.77 or $2 super chat. Elon Crust Bridge here in Toast Malone. Painbow Dave. Although officially I am on Discord now, stay at home, Bo Dave. Because you should all stay at home. Science Bo Dave soon? Science Bo Dave will not exist. The Science channel has a completely different brand behind it. And I'm still working on the video. I was working on it last night a bit. I think I'm gonna... This is gonna sound dumb. I think I'm gonna expand the scope slightly, because the initial bit that... Or the initial idea for the video is not gonna be long enough. I don't think. What's the Science channel name? Oh my god, stay on Dave. I'm also... That's exactly it. I'm setting a good example for everybody to simulate. Is the documentary length? I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm still working on the foundations of it. But I'm only up to 4 pages of notes. So I'm slightly concerned the video might only be 10 minutes long, and I'd like it to be a bit longer. But I'll work on that again later tonight. I've been kind of confuzzled by the fact that my fountain pen has decided to start having an argument with me. What's it about? You'll see eventually. A text size of notes. This size. Oh, I've accidentally... That's interesting. Hang on, can I make this... I can make myself disappear by using simple paper. How's that for a magic trick? Quite small though, my handwriting is quite small. It'll probably be super serious. And I already came up with pain, Ollie. Come up with your own jokes. Gainbow Dave. I'm losing weight, by the way. I'm one of the few people, apparently, during this whole quarantine lockdown situation that is losing weight, because I'm hearing a lot of people gaining it. I'm just like, oh, eat less, do less, eat less. Lose weight. Be thin. Think thin. Dry cough is a symptom, you know. It's also a symptom of I used to smoke, Ollie. If you've been paying attention, also it's just literally I need to have a bit of water. It's literally I've just been talking. Also here special videos starting in 50 minutes, yeah. That's why I'm slightly concerned about length, Yanis. I'm a bit of a size queen like that. How long ago did I smoke now? I mean, I smoked for like 8 years. A bit more than that, Ollie. More than enough time. Phrasing was correct. Same. Oh dear. For once having? That would mean antibody tests, which I don't know if they're widely available yet. You're sick back in December. What date in December, Hayden? Because the downside of antibody tests for COVID-19 is that they're not... The current ones aren't 100% precise. They occasionally, close to Christmas, that doesn't work as a good timeline there. Granted, the first known case was December 4th, but it only really began in Wuhan December 27th. Was when most of them... you had to go to the ER. See, here's the issue. The antibody tests sometimes will show that you had a coronavirus. There's a lot of coronaviruses that exist that can cause just really bad colds and flus. You got the email a week ago. Interesting. Hey, Audacity. I didn't say that to you already. They said you had novel coronavirus. Yeah, really glad I didn't make the video that I was going to then. Because the timeline that I had the virus entering... Oh wait, the 2-week incubation period. That would have been... No. It still wouldn't make sense. Yeah, the timeline I had from a paper written in the end of January was horrifically wrong. Wow. How am I? I'm pretty good. How are you? Time to bust out paint.net for a meme. I can't...
Wow. 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 Wow.
You happy now, Sim? When will I be ending the stream? When I hit the button that says stop streaming. You're going to bed at 3 AM, waking up at 11 AM. Yeah, there were places all over that had COVID before it was publicly known. What's so funny, Alex? What's the laughing for? Yeah, let's talk about happy fun happy fun time things like my voice going. That's happy fun times things, right? No streams for all. If I have no voice, I can't stream, so maybe I should potentially think about ending the stream a bit earlier. I mean, Alex, if you're on tinfoil hat territory, there's that horrific chest infection I had back in November that just would not shift. Davasi, I'm not playing the sound effect for that. You don't get the funny drum. That was not a funny. Heinz beans and sausage. Beans? No. No, Heinz beans and sausages is a horrific combination. Heinz beans and like Denny sausages? Yes. Sausages that only Irish people will know this. You can get in Super Quinn. Or, actually the Lidl and Aldi sausage is quite nice too. Just super value. There's some very nice sausages on the market at the moment. Ideally like skinned sausages, not skinless, because skinned sausages, they just have a bit of extra juiciness to them. They hold in the moisture a bit better, so they don't taste as dry when you destroy them by cooking. Super Quinn and Super Value sausages, they are the best sausages, John. Oh my god. Or, my personal favourite are Ispini. The Ispini brand of sausages, they're delicious. Granted, if you translate it to Irish, they're sausages, branded sausages, or if you translate the Irish to English, they're branded as just sausages. Lincolnshire sausages are amazing. Irish sausage is where it's at, yo. Keep it PG. I am keeping it PG. We're talking about delicious sausage. Somewhere Simulus is struggling to deal with the sausage conversation. They have no potassium. No, potassium isn't necessarily a good thing. Potassium is actually good for you. The nitrites and nitrates, yeah, they can be potentially less good. But, potassium's something you definitely need in your diet. Eat more bananas. Potassium nitrites and nitrates? You said no potassium or sodium nitrites or nitrates. Potassium nitrites... I don't know what they'd do. So, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you just because I don't know. But eat more bananas for that potassium. That pot noodle I ate several hours ago, I just burped and could taste it, and that was quite nice. Because I had a pot noodle just before, or around about noonish? You like patates better than bananas? I like bananas more than patates. Bananas just, I don't know, there's more to them than potatoes. Potatoes just taste like cardboard a lot of the time, unless they're like roast. Roast potatoes are delicious, but I don't have them much. Bright side of using a slightly potentially too large seeder. Hello, Max. Bright side of using a potentially slightly too large seeder on this map is we're going to be done seeding pretty quickly. Banana sandwich? No, just bananas. Just no bread needed, just peel banana, eat banana, dispose of peel. No, you don't ruin your roast potatoes with ketchup. Mashed potatoes also okay if there's like a good bit of butter or milk in them. Which sounds weird, but trust me, butter or milk. You're trying to do words the right way. What are you trying to do, Alex? Cold roast potatoes with ketchup. No, you don't ruin roast potatoes with ketchup. Load of butter and milk. Yeah. Banana inside a pancake. I'm with you there, Fast. I'm with you there. I had a or it was a crepe, but a pancake once that had banana and Nutella in it. And oh my god, that was delicious. Packet mash. Smash! That's the brand. I used to, like, I had that a bunch when I was growing up. So, it's one of those things, it tastes, like, the taste is all wrong for potatoes. Whoever came up with it had clearly never tasted a potato in their life. But, it's got such a nostalgic taste that I kind of deal with it. Or it's got such nostalgia for me. That I actually love the taste of Smash. Even though I rarely have it. It's like once every few years I'll have some Smash. But yeah, potatoes with ketchup is a lot nicer than it sounds. I will admit that, because especially if you mash the ketchup into the potatoes and make that horrific kind of creamy pink blob that it creates, it is delicious. Who does like the stream? Somebody who does not like bananas or sausages. Probably vegan. Them vegans and their hating of meat. I got nothing against vegans unless they're militant. Those guys just... I get it, you're a vegan. I like meat. Deal with it. I get vegans. I get that they have this moral belief system about, you know, the meat production chain and all that, and treatment of animals at farms, but a lot of it's based on misinformation or kind of misplaced morals. Technically, a vegan diet is healthier than one that includes meat. However, the issue is there with the vegan diet, you actually are missing protein. There's not enough protein in the vegan diet, so you'd need protein supplements, and some vegans don't understand that. They also try and force their animals to become vegans, which is, no, if an animal's supposed to eat meat, give it meat. Missing out on all the juicy meat. Yeah, I mean, I get vegetarians. I get that they just don't like or want the, you know, meat in their food. That's fine, but you know, they'll still have eggs and whatnot, I think. But it's the militant vegans that I have an issue with. There was such a thing as vegans before the internet. I think the vegan movement started in like the 70s. And I knew a few vegans in the... would have been the early to mid 2000s. They weren't militant at all, but... you know, I get that people will have different beliefs. I just don't like when they're... It goes for anything with me. Believe what you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It matters to me when you start trying to push those beliefs on other people, including me. It's like, no. If you need to try and convince people that your beliefs are the correct way, your beliefs are definitely not the correct way. Believe what you want. I don't care. If you try and force them on me, then I do, and I'm going to rip you to shreds. Hey, Dara. I've known quite a few vegetarians and a couple of vegans. And again, like, they haven't been the militant kind that come up with all these dumb ideas. Holding farms hostage. Yeah. Smell cooking bacon, started eating meat again. Yeah, like, I'm not going to say vegans are wrong, I'm not going to say vegetarians are wrong, I'm going to say they have their own beliefs and they're welcome to have them. But maybe stop being so damn militant about it and imposing on people's places of work, like farms or shops and stuff, because that's how you get a bad name. And trying to force your beliefs on somebody else is definitely not a good thing, ever. Because all it succeeds in doing is, you know, making people hate you. Hey, Chris. How are we now? I'm sure somebody else will decide that me saying that is really controversial somehow and be like, ah! Yeah. Sausage casserole. Ooh, I've not had that in a long time. Ooh, that sounds delicious, Alex. Hello, Frederick. Just on break. Hey, Chris, our resident essential Tesco worker. He works in literally a shop. Oop, there. And now we see to need the corn. There were words in that sentence somewhere. You work in Morrison's, Fred? GG. Props to everybody who, like, is an essential worker. Pays for an RTX 2060. Didn't you only get a new graphics card there not too long ago, Chris? I think Chris is going mad with the essential worker thing and demanding extra pay on top of the extra pay. I need to feed the cows would be an idea. Because we do have, you know, a few cows. By a few, I mean 96 of the boogers. Give me TMR. In logistics. That's one of the less painful places you could be working right now, to be fair, is logistics. I think. Because, like, at least you don't have to deal with angry Karens demanding their... whatever Karens demand. Demanding to talk to the manager, I guess. I would like to talk to the manager of this pandemic. It's not very nice for me. Do I know when Sandybase coming for console? I don't. I know as much as you do on that front, Frederick, which is very, very little. So there's unfortunately no point in asking me, because you'll get a non-answer. Can I jump into something that isn't there? That's perfect. Why is the Unimog not pink? Because reasons. Also, I need to clear out the cows a bit. Toilet paper sold out, yes. Oh! Visiting all the forest, Morrison. Yeah, that is true enough, I guess. Console players finally got Straw DLC yesterday. I did see that, and I am very happy that you have it now. I presume the next request is Sandy Bay as soon as possible, please. For the console guys. And I hope you get it as soon as possible. Stop, you get. Excuse me. Oh, I'm facing the wrong direction. This trigger is very perfect. You might find this hard to believe, but I think the Unimog might be slightly stuck. We're free? Onwards! Hey, DMF. Let's see if I can get feed in this. This trigger seems very picky. Wait, it wants me to be facing towards the middle-ish, doesn't it? So like it will work here. Okay. Alright, and off we go. I could possibly use a bigger trailer for this, but we're working through it nicely. How are the cows doing for feed? Pretty good. How much are they taking? 20,000 litres so far. I do kind of have 96 cows. Which, oh. Internet. Excellent connection. Sure. Totally excellent connection. I've got 96 cows. You know, if you've got a lot of cows, especially like 96 or thereabouts, they tend to want a lot of food. Start working with the pigs, start with 10, look to get you 30 odd. Yeah. Yeah, my internet dropped out there for a second, or OBS dropped the internet out. I don't know which is true. So apologies for that. But I've got 96 cows, and they tend to want a lot of food. You know, that 24,000 litres is getting up there with what they're wanting. There you go. Currently attempting to sellotape your portable charger. Why are you trying to do that, Ollie? They carry two things and it could be one. Your board is. I mean, that works. It's a reason for sure. How much slurry have the cows produced, actually? Because they should have started producing slurry by now. 4,500 litres. I am stuck. Oh, is that enough food for them? 28,615 litres of TMR is enough. So what does 4,500 litres of slurry look like in this pit? It is that much. And actually, now that we got the cows fed for the day, we can start moving time forwards. Hey, Nismo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a light down in there, and we're going to get time moving forwards a bit. So you can watch the slurry slowly filling the pit. At what age it seems like about a year after you buy them. So we skipped overnight, and we've now got 22,000 litres of slurry, and the cows are down to 16,000 litres of food. So okay, using the Unimog. I mean, I could use the grain trailer, but the Unimog's a bit easier to shuttle. Although I think just for ease, I will use the grain trailer a bit. Yeah, about a year until milk. Upside, they have kicked out some what is currently silage. It will be manure. So let's grab you. Because I have a way of making manure with seasons. Instead of giving them straw, which just produces painful amounts of manure, give them everything they need for silage, and use the magic Manurotron to soup the silage up and turn it into manure. It produces a hell of a lot less, of course, but it's slightly less painful to deal with. Until it gets stuck everywhere. The getting stuck bit is not ideal. You can also clean up the yard with the Manurotron. Yeah, hello again, Aaron. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Also, there is a reason that this is bright green. It's because it's part of my lawn care setup. Haha! See, I'm not entirely crazy, just mostly. You're into the cactus again. GG. So we can get the 7810 up here. Grab this. And do completely logical hauling of the trailer. What's the button to... There we go. Is it that button? Is it... Okay. Not this again. You see, there is a plan this time, Ollie. It's called park it up and turn the JD while it's filling. See? Better result. And we should... this actually should be, even at that, enough to keep the cows happy for a bit. Well, I'm not sure with the trailer which side I need to trigger here. Is it this side? Yes. Indeedy. This is gonna make the game very angry. No, 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 no. Wait, was that... is that all the food they needed? That's all the food they needed. Your phone now weighs a ton. I'm sure it doesn't weigh literally a ton. Might be a few extra grams heavier, but not a ton. Right, is there anything else that needs doing on this in-game day? No is the answer. So let's get time ticking along again. This, by the way, is the downside of having 100 cows. Is you can fast forward time, sure, but you have to go one day at a time, and this manure pit will continue to quickly fill up. Right, time for another day of dealing with the cow poop. Or dealing with the cow feed. The cow poop will be dealt with later. Right, back this up to the shed. Like so. Oh, it needs to be really... I see where the trigger is now. With my eyes. Okay, so that can go there. This can come in while that is unloading. And we can deal with the silage the cows kicked out. And turn that into magical manure. Or get this stuck in a wall, whichever happens first. What does this brush do? It literally just creates manure. Like, I can use it on the tire tracks if I really want to. And create small amounts of manure, but I've discovered that you can use it on silage and create bigger amounts. so I'm using it as a kind of pooper scooper silage cleaner in the cows. I mean, it's useful in that it's a super quick way of mucking out the cows. It doesn't produce much manure, which is kind of a nice point for balance. How much slurry do we now have? 42,000 liters of slurry. That's quite a lot of slurry. Let's get time moving into mid-spring now. Yeah, upside of having 100 cows, this farm can go organic fairly soon, probably. Downside of having 100 cows, you have to feed 100 cows. Right, that's going. We will be doing more than just feeding the cows and Poopy Scoopy today. In-game. Because field 2 and 20. Oh, they haven't actually grown yet. Never mind. I was hoping we could. I was hoping we could get in and do some herbicide spraying, but the game decided otherwise. Are the cows fully fed? No, they need more food yet. Is it that the trailer's empty? It's that the trailer's empty. So let's get this over, under. Yeah. Fill it up. And it actually looks like I can do a bit of maintenance around the yard real quick. By maintenance around the yard, I mean I want to double check that the house doesn't have a backyard. I can do that on foot. Does the house have a garden? It kinda does. Can I get in there with the Profi-Hopper? Probably not. But this area that the chickens would live in, I think it's the chickens would live here. No, the sheep. The sheeps would normally live there. That needs a bit of mowing. So let's get our lawnmower on the go. And you will see some true genius at play here. Also, that bit of land there needs fixing. Reverse it so it's a bit happier. Get the Profi-Hopper off the trailer. And tip side high. The Profi-Hopper can now do some mowing. Just to neaten up the yard. Because it's always nice to have a neat yard that's properly mowed. But it's got a very low fill level, unfortunately, the Profi-Hopper does. It does also have, however, a party trick that I don't know if everybody knows what it is. So if you don't know what the Profi-Hopper's party trick is, or if you do know, don't spoil it for the people who don't, because I'm going to be using that. There's a reason I've got the Unimog here. Other than, you know, getting the Profi-Hopper around the yard a bit faster than it normally would. Because 12 is max speed at any situation. This is as fast as the Profi-Hopper can actually go. Also, the mowed grass texture is kind of nice because it actually looks like it's been mowed down to like a reasonable length. You're listening to this this idea, this plan, this ingenious wonder that I have concocted across much testing on other maps. Because you see, I do plan on using this Profi-Hopper quite widely across Sandy Bay. Which is why I have the trailer for it. Now this fills, unfortunately, at 1200 litres. Which we'll hopefully hit sometime today. There's 1200, it's full. So we need to turn off the mower. Let's reverse over to the Unimog and show what this Profi-Hopper can really do. Welcome back, Alex. I'm demonstrating the party trick of the Profi-Hopper. Because if I reverse over to the Unimog, I should get... Oh, is it too high? Is it throwing a fit because the tip lane is too high? It might be throwing a fit because I've got the wrong back on the Unimog. Not saying anything now because it'll just get taken out of context. I actually know that we're just... Okay, I need to change the back on the Unimog. The high tip isn't going to work with this back. This ruins my plan. I'll need to get an extra trailer for the Unimog too, just for overflow, because we're going to need more than just the small attachment of this. Into the workshop you go, Unimog. Customize, and I want the... I guess the 1500 litre. Could have sworn there was a middle ground before, but oh well. Let's see if this still works. Right. Back this up to the Unimog. And it's not working for some reason. Why is it suddenly not working? It used to work with the Unimog. Oh, that's really annoying if it's decided it doesn't want to work now. Oh, I know the issue. The Unimog's actually too high. Because I've got the Unimog tires on. Finding this very entertaining. Well... Right. Back into the workshop you go. Customize it again. And get... Oh. It's because I put big tires on. probably get away with 3,600 litres capacity with small tyres. You see how the Unimog's suddenly a lot shorter now? It's decided, yeah, it's decided it doesn't want to party now. It should be able to overload. Right, let's try this again. Because it worked on Shamrock Valley. It's just, why are you suddenly after deciding you can't overload? I'm really confused by this. That's blooming. Just hit unload. Yeah. Plan B. Because there is a plan B. Plan B involves the Purple McScooperton.